everyone. I'm back. I had to very quickly move out of our house. I can't go into the details. The attorneys have me very, very scared to talk about anything on air or share anything on social media. So right now I'm just kind of in that just limbo land, a holding pattern. Gosh, I wish I could share it with all of you because it's been quite a healing journey. Still on it, and but yes, I plan on eventually someday sharing it with everyone. I'm telling my family and friends that I really need to make a documentary film about this this entire situation in order to guide others. You know, that's my soul work, is to guide others along the healing journey, and this has just been another step. I'm joking around too and saying I don't know what line I got into before coming to Earth, in heaven or wherever you want to envision it. But I said, man, I got in way too many of, hey, yeah, I'll take that on lines. So I'm kind of done with that. I put a little post out, quote, a meme on the Healing Place Podcast Facebook page the other day that said something along the lines of, I'm done with the whole whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger philosophy, and living that. I'm ready to just do the let's be at peace, and no more struggles and trauma as I go along the rest of this journey. I'll help others along theirs, but I'm done with the living it part. So, but again, I know there's lessons to be learned, and I'm trying to focus on the positives and find the blessings within the chaos. And I have been. We've just had, oh my gosh, I can't even begin to tell you how many blessings. For those watching the video on YouTube right now, you can see behind me, it's not my normal office space. I'm not living at the house, but I'm sitting in a beautiful, beautiful two friends that have come into our lives here on Hilton Head Island and have allowed me, opened their home to me, and allowed me to invade their space and be here. And it's just, again, such a gift and such a blessing to have these earth angels in our lives. We had our doorbell ring the other day, and a neighbor who we've talked to maybe just a handful of times, you know, in passing each other in the driveway while blowing leaves off the driveway and walking by and stopping and saying hello, come to say they had heard what was happening with us and what was going on with our house, and offered their home to us as well. You know, all of us and our daughter, a teenager, and dogs. And so, yeah, I mean, what kindness and love, and it gets me a little choked up to know that people are here to love us and support us and lift us up. So for that, I am incredibly grateful. I can't even put into words how grateful I am for everything that just, oh my gosh, our friends across the street from us, who we're so glad that they moved across the street from us, you know, a little over a year ago. And they've said, we'll kick your 11-year-old out of his room and you can have his room, and bring the dogs. And so again, I mean, that's what humanity is all about, is love and kindness and embracing one another. And we are feeling it, and it's helping me keep my spirits up. One of my best friends in all the world. I met her on a playground at our little parochial grade school, elementary school, back when I was in 5th grade and she was in 4th grade. And it was just instant soul sister best friends. And we stayed best friends through grade school and then through high school until her parents divorced and she moved away to New York. And oh, I remember driving her to the airport and crying to this day when we hear the song Against All Odds by Phil Collins. It just reminds us of that trip, because we heard that song on the way to the airport and bawled our eyes out. You know, here we were teenagers, BFFs, and her having to move away. But that friendship maintained through the years. And she lives an island away from me now. And the last 2 weeks, I lived at her place with Sammy. Those of you who have listened to the show for a while know Sammy, the Labradoodle, who's right here. I'm going to pan the camera down so you can see. There she is. Hi, Tia. She's hanging out with me. She's the sweetest baby. And so, yeah, to have, what a blessing to know my best friend from high school and grade school lives just an island north of where we live, and that she opened her home to me and we were able to spend that time together. I was in a difficult place emotionally, being away from my family and just knowing all that we're facing and struggling through, not just with my physical health, but just with this pending legal battle regarding our house. So yeah, there we are. And again, focusing on those blessings. So if you have chaos going on in your life, oh, my heart hugs yours. And yeah, please know I'm here sending up prayers for everyone who's struggling and going through something difficult. We all have our struggles and journeys that we're on. But please know that I'm here cheering you on and saying, don't give up. Be your own advocate. Keep fighting. Do whatever it is and open your heart up to the possibilities of support and kindness and love by others, because when you do, you'll be amazed at what comes along to support you and lift you up and keep you going, even when you're feeling like you can't do it yourself. So Sammy just ate some food. So if you hear her down here licking her chops, she's just licking her foods or eating her food. All right. Well, that was just my little, where has Teri been? She hasn't put any episodes out in January. I promise I'm going to be editing and doing some work and trying to catch up. My rash is doing so much better. I know it's hard to see on this, and you can see it's just getting so much better. One of the things that had popped up was autoimmune psoriasis, and I had it everywhere, all over my entire body, on the sides of my face and under ears and my scalp. My hair was falling out, hence my wearing my hat. Yeah, and oh my gosh, really, really, really bad on my legs. So yes, I've been using a CBD lotion on my legs, and that seems to be doing the trick. I had a prescription that was kind of helping a little, but not really doing it. And then for whatever reason, I was shopping with my friend whose house I was staying at on Fripp Island, and we had gone into Beaufort, South Carolina, and saw a little CBD store, and I popped in and said, I think I'm going to try this lotion, and wow, has it helped. So again, always just be looking for possibilities and opportunities to help yourself heal. Yeah. All right. On a different note, I keep thinking things I want to add to this, so I'm kind of patching it in. So if it jumps around, my apologies. I just wanted to let you know I had started back to EMDR therapy, which again, for those of you who've been listening to this show for quite a while, one, thank you for being here and tuning into all of these episodes. But two, for those who don't know, I did EMDR therapy for a number of years in order to process a lot of my childhood trauma, which was horrific. I scored a 10 out of 10 on the ACEs assessment. And so I decided I needed to start back to EMDR with all that was going on, just to make sure I was processing and just to help keep myself in balance. So some self-care work, and found a wonderful therapist, and we've been doing virtual sessions, which is a wonderful option as well. And I had a session, my third or fourth. My friend who I was staying at her house on Fripp Island had said, let's go to Charleston, South Carolina for the day, which is about a 2-hour drive from where we were. And I've always wanted to visit that city. And she said, let's just take a 24-hour whirlwind trip. And she made reservations at a cute little Church Street Inn. And it was wonderful. It was a 2-story, but I had a kitchen all to myself so I could cook my foods, which I am still experiencing histamine intolerance and working with food intolerances. So I was able to, we stopped at Whole Foods on the way and picked up a bunch of super healthy ingredients and able to cook myself foods. But I totally forgot when we left last Tuesday that I had my therapy session. So then it popped up that my alarm, my reminder, and I said, I think I'm going to do this virtual session while we're driving in the car because I am still working through being comfortable in open spaces. That goes back to the second bank robbery where I was trapped in an open space with an armed gunman. And so I said, this is going to be a really great opportunity. Well, holy moly, did it rock my world. It was like immersion therapy mixed with EMDR therapy, mixed with tapping. It was crazy. I have not had heightened panic symptoms. I won't say a panic attack. I didn't go into a full-fledged panic attack, but really super heightened anxiety and panic symptoms like that. Sweating palms and just super overwhelmed. My heart was racing, and but I did it. And so for an hour we had the session, and she was wonderful. And she said, are you in the car? And I said, yeah. And I told her what was happening. And she said, let's do this. And so here I was in these wide open spaces while doing therapy. And she has me doing some tapping. So for those listening to audio, anyway, it's a therapy work virtually. In EMDR, in my old sessions, I would follow a light bar or hold on to paddles that would vibrate in alternating hands, but it's a left-right brain thing. And so I'm telling you now, I love EMDR. It's my personal favorite, but also the way we did this particular session. We got to Charleston, and I'm not a big fan of bridges either. I get very scared that I'll get stopped on one and then again be trapped in an open space. So that it's that lack of having a quick escape. And again, goes back to those 2 bank robberies. And we pulled over this bridge in Charleston, and I was able to look out and just absorb the beauty, and the sun was sparkling on the water and all those boats, and just take in the magnificence of this city we were headed into. And it really rocked my world. And it was amazing and awesome and horrifying while it was going on. It was scary. I will not lie to you. It was a scary, scary hour. But because I've implemented so many of the healing strategies that we talk about on this show so very often, I was able to do breath work, and I was able to do a lot of my calming strategies. And as in the midst of this scary, terrifying therapy session, but yet do the processing work, yet be with myself, be in myself as these scary sensations were happening. And that's a huge testament to the work I've done in the past and along this entire healing journey since 2013. So these past almost, 9 years now, coming up on 9 years. And being able to, yes, be with myself, even in the midst of fear and scary body memories and all of that stuff. So again, I encourage you to please know you can do this. I believe in you. See, now I'm going to cry again. I won't, I promise. Yeah. And for those of you who may have noticed, like when I'm talking, I'm pausing to swallow. That's another one of my issues going on, is this swollen throat. And I've had cameras put down, and we've done all kinds of stuff. Possibly some thyroid issues going on although my T3 and T4 are in the normal ranges, but we're still trying to figure out. We think it's food insensitivity. Some lab results have come back with some more alarming numbers, but I have faith that I'll get all of these alarming things under control. I almost talked about the situation at the house, but I will refrain from that. So I promise soon enough, I will put the story out there. So this is one of those, it's going to be almost like a true crime thing episode when it's all said and done. Crazy, crazy, crazy story. So, all right, that was all. And now we'll go on to the next thing. I'm going to patch this in. Thanks. I had to move my entire recording studio over to my friend's house. So we packed everything up and moved it on over here after wiping it down and cleaning it thoroughly. And so now I'm able to be back recording and editing all of I couldn't edit anything while I was away. I had my laptop with me, but everything that I had recorded was hard stored on on my tower. So I'm going to work on making sure that those episodes get Dropboxed or shared in Google Docs, or I'll find a way to allow myself to access it in the future. Lesson learned. If you suddenly have to leave your tower behind, that I can access all of my recorded episodes, because I have quite a few taking me into April and maybe now even May. So I'm going to edit those and get those out into the universe. And I may even do 2 a week until we get caught up so everybody can have their episodes. But just hit over 100,000 downloads on the Healing Place podcast, and now in 107 countries, and continue to break records every month with downloads. So please continue to share it with people. Invite others to join. If you love the shows, if there's a particular episode you love, you can hit the share button on it, put it out on Pinterest and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, Instagram, however you can bring it to the attention of others who might be looking for healing resources and trying to understand what it is that they can do to help themselves along their healing journey. So I appreciate your support. I appreciate your prayers. I appreciate just the love and sharing of this show. It means the world to me and my heart, and I promise not to cry on you again. All right. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye. Hey, everybody. Teri Wellbrock again. Just wanted to thank you for listening to the episode today and remind you to visit my website as well as the academy.teriwellbrock.com for the courses. But if you go to my website, teriwellbrock.com, you can sign up for my monthly Hope for Healing newsletter, which is also jam-packed with information and strategies and blog pieces and guest blog pieces and links to shows, and just a great space for, again, healing and hope strategies. Thanks for, again, being here and being a part of this healing space. I very much appreciate you. All right.